Welcome everybody. Yeah, to our reason for being, uh, coaching, mentoring, teaching, and giving the new ideas, the concept of things. So first of all, I would like to thank everyone who is sharing this program, the Doc J channel of our reason for being with Superminds University. Yeah. And I would like to personally thank our director, Sari Adino, for assisting me in this project, this broadcast. And so thankful for the JRV TV broadcasting system that we are on. We're having that, and our project for the Queen of Sheba from the Land of Ophir movie production project. Yeah. Today I'd like to share with you about the human development. How that we have actually evolved. From whatever beginning humanity had, and then up to where we are at now, and through the years, billions of people already populated the earth, including those that had died already through the years, in thousands of years, whatever thousands of years we are in. So we have speculations, we have scientific research and appraising, of the age of the universe, how old is the world, and how long ago the earth came about. We don't have exact thing or information about that. We have speculations, observations, and things like that. Science shares us this discovery or experimentation, research, and all of that. But what we can actually say is that we have evolved from the very beginning, whenever that beginning was, to where we are at now, And most of us, since we have been introduced to the Bible, telling us about God, as the book of information about God, about creation, how things were revealed, So the Bible has been the book for a lot of us through generations and generations and generations. And they say that the meaning of the Bible is basic instruction before leaving Earth. Which is a good definition, yeah. But of course, we have to get away from just the Bible thing, because there are so many informations and there are so many things about the past, and we have so many questions, that we have, and we try to answer them. We dissect things, how they were in the beginning, how they transpired, and how they just changed, and it's transliterate through over the years. So I'd like to share with you my observation about the beginning of the human species. We have the story about that how the human being came from that kind of man, and then it evolved, until man had become more wiser, more intelligent, have better understanding of how things are. And today we have discovered the power of signals, the power of the internet, Everything is actually connected and integrated to nature. We cannot veer away from nature. We cannot veer away from the signals. We cannot veer away from, the discoveries like electricity and all of that, that is also very much a part of what nature has or is providing people, even up to now, Without the airwaves, there will be no sound waves, without the signal that transports all of this internet thing, the communication thing. So there are a lot of unseen things in space. Yeah, space is huge. So how humanity, the human species came about, we always go to the Bible and say in the beginning, yeah. But let's veer away from that Bible thing, That's how I always say. The information in the Bible, even in Genesis, is a story that's related by a narrator. There is a writer. They say Moses was the one who wrote that book, the 5 books. I doubt it personally. I don't believe it. In the first place, Moses was a very busy individual. It was true that they were actually in the wilderness for so many years, and writing all of that with an old thing like writing on papyrus, as they say, how. So it's impossible. But, of course, the Bible just came about after the Roman Empire, took power, and then the Emperor Constantine in the 370 years AD, got converted to Christianity, and then in the 10th century, they have actually concocted writing all of this canonical books, So the Bible is a Roman Catholic production, and it's a story that people, gathered together, as we say. So we have the book of Isaiah, we have the book of Jeremiah, we have the book of the Proverbs, and then we encountered King Solomon, all of that. These are stories that were gathered by the narrators. And I would like to share with you what I've observed in the book of Genesis, that the writer was saying, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. What is a fact? What was it a fact? It's a story that is shared by the narrator, and the evening and the morning and things like that. First day, the second day, the third day. And they were saying that creation only finished in 7 days. How ridiculous! 7 days, 24 hours? But of course, it's a story. And we bought the story. Humanity bought the story. And we are attached to it. We are glued with it up to now. That's why I say, 1,000 years from now, if the earth is still here, if people are still here, people will still be reading the Bible. People will still be saying, Jesus Christ is coming back in the rapture because of the Bible. 1,000 years from now, people will still dramatize religion. People will still be in church. People will still worship. Same thing, same old thing. Why? I know. It's because it's already been almost 3,000 years since the Roman Catholic Church got formed, where the Protestants came out from and using the Bible. So it's all information. We have been glued to it, you know. Now, I know this information I'm sharing you is quite like controversial, very controversial, that I seem to question the validity of the Bible. Yeah, but you know, when people say all of the words in the Bible are the Word of God, it's not true. There's the words of Satan in the Bible, where Satan said, if you can turn these stones into bread, you know, you're the Son of God. Now, these were the words of Satan, written in the Bible. So not every word in the Bible are words of God. There are the words of the kings, words of like the prophets. Even Paul was saying, it is me that is saying, not God. How stupid people are. You know, embracing just because of the feeling nice thing, feeling so good, you know you have God, you worship God, all of that. Now, well, I don't question that. You know, that's people's business, but I'm here just to share with you my thinking, my dissecting of things. Like creation, for example. You know, when the narrator of Genesis was saying, and God saw that what he had made was good, and that God saw that everything was good. My question is, how did you see God? How did you see him saying that everything was good? Were you there when God said, oh, everything is good? Were you there? How did you know? The narrator was saying that. And so we bought it, we believe it, it's there. It's okay. You know, if people would believe that, that's all right, you know, because a lot of lies, a lot of fake things, you know, help a lot of people somehow, you know, make them happy. That's just like the placebo effect of a pill, you know. But it's okay. But what I'm saying is, if you dissect things, if you ask the questions, like, if there were only two people in the beginning, Adam and Eve, what were their colors? What were the races for? How come there are so many people? How come there are like black, white, brown, yellow, you know, different kinds of faces, different. You mean we came from that one? Cannot be. But of course, we say we came from there. So actually, the transliteration of things, the transformation of things, the evolution of things from the very beginning to where we are at now is so vast that history has a hold of all of us. You know, I was saying, like quoting Thich Nhat Hanh, that Vietnamese monk, that my father and my mother live in my body. They are still alive in me. They are not really dead. Well, their personalities stopped existing, but really physically, they exist in me. They transported themselves in me. So in my body right now, I have my dad and I have my mom. I also have my granddad, I also have my grandmom. Here, they're living on generations, you know, because I get their genes. So we are actually connected, and the transforming of things, you know, including the brain power, the mind thing that discovers, So, suffice is to say that in the beginning, things changed. And whenever that beginning was, we cannot pinpoint. And whoever were our beginning ancestors, thing like that, it cannot be just Adam and Eve, because like there are so many people. And how did we come about? You don't know. They say God created from the dust. That's an idea. Well, I know people believe it because it's in the Bible. The Bible got sold to us, But we can think, of course, because it's not the Bible, it's the thinking. It's man understanding. So if you're trapped into this thing, you believe it, then it makes you what you are, because what you believe you become. What your mind, what you think you are, that's what you are, So here in the Philippines, I see Jehovah's Witnesses, in the corner with their track thing, display. And I was approached the other day by a young lady who was very aggressive, that get this reading materials, or, this is gonna help you, you're gonna live forever, things like that. Then I passed another church, the Iglesia ni Cristo. Wow, so many people, so many cars. Then I go to this church, I go to that. A lot of things, they're being shaped by what they believe. But Philippines is still very much Catholic. We still probably have about 85% Catholicism here in the Philippines. So, they still have the Catholic Church, Catholic churches, the images, and we have now the coming Easter celebration, and they're now restoring people getting crucified on the cross because the pandemic is somehow gone now, over. So they have restored that thing, So that's what is happening with people believing, and then idea. But we can also have our accepting different opinions and things like that. So I can see all of this, We just have to see how things really were. Because in the beginning, we don't know when that beginning was, and how did it start, we don't know. But what we know, we're here, right now. So that's why I always say, we need to focus on our human existence, our body, the main thing, because life is in the body. And our mind is the guardian, the guardman, the watchman of the body, things, to protect the body. Because if you don't take care of the body, something's wrong with your organs, then you get paralyzed, a stroke, and you get bedridden. Life is not there anymore. I mean, it's there, but life is gone. You're not living anymore. So you got to take care of the flesh. That's why the saying, you kill the flesh. I said, what an idea is that? You mortify the flesh, It's our religion. It's not really God that's commanding it or giving it. It's the leader of the religion. And in fact, it's not God that gets the money. It's the leader of religion that gets the money. The manipulation thing, So, what I'm saying is, let us all be fair and see all of this, how these things came about. And there are so many, 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 many things, in the world. So, take care of your life, and to take care of that, to take care of the body. And then when you get old, then the day comes you get paced out. You get phased out of existence, as Steve Jobs said, there's that phasing out. When you get phased out, hopefully there's a heaven to go. Hopefully we don't get to go to hell. Well, you live a good life. You have Jesus Christ as your Savior. you're okay, you're actually practicing goodness and kindness, you have to like program yourself to be good and to be kind. And that's how it is, you have to be good, you have to be kind, you work on it, your goodness, because we're intrinsically evil. We have the program of being a nervous thing, because of that we fight, we brag, and we're negative. So we have to like work on being good and being kind as long as we exist, because we die. And no matter how old you become, you die. You get old as 120, then you die. 150, then you die. 200 years, then you die. Everybody dies. So while alive is the main thing, To take care of yourself. So, if you have religion, that's good, that's okay. But my thing is just sharing the idea that there are more things in life that we have to see, we have to understand, and we have to work on our personal, individual existence, making your life good, kind, nice, beautiful. Yes, and money answers all things. You gotta have the money because money buys supply. What you need is not money, it's the supply. But you cannot get the supply without money. So you gotta have money in order to buy the supply. Thank you very much. Dr. John Ayudtud here. Please share and subscribe to my channel, Doc Jaya channel, GA. Bye. God bless.